CINEBENCH is a simulated benchmark used to test a computer's raw CPU power. An image is rendered using Cinema 4D's 3D engine, and then a score is shown of how well the CPU handled the task. It's also an amazing tool to determine whether the CPU can sustain certain clock speeds, temperature, and real-life 3D tasks. The CINEBENCH R20 single-core score tells you how fast the CPU is when only a single core is utilized. Typically, gaming performance is based on the fastest single core. Games usually run on one core or a few cores. That's why gamers focus so much on the CINEBENCH single-core score. The multi-core score will tell you how fast the CPU is in multi-processing tasks that utilize all the available cores. Typically, tasks such as rendering, Photoshop, video editing, and 3D modeling are multi-core. During multi-core runs on CINEBENCH, each thread gets its own box to process. Whereas in single-core runs, only one box can be processed at a time. We can see that the CPU can render a scene using its CPU threads. The scores you see in the panel here are the results of this system with an AMD Ryzen 5900X processor. MP is the ratio between all cores versus a single core. The results will also show relative performance between different CPUs. Now that we understand what CINEBENCH is and how to interpret the scores, let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison of two different systems running simultaneously.